good crack tonight. They're going to have to.
It's been a ripping Amy crossover. Thanks so much for your company. Kane Pittman, Marley Biantolo, Drew Jones. It's going to be a cracking night of hoops tonight on ESPN. Stay tuned. The Phoenix and the Kings.
This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Amy. This program is brought to you by Hungry Jack's and Bunnings Trade.
Here we go, the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix taking on the Sydney Kings. Now, you could not get two teams on further ends of the spectrum right now. The Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, well, they are down and out at the moment, just racking up L's, but they're doing it in really poor fashion as well. The defensive end, they are leaking points. Now, the Sydney Kings, one of the hottest teams of the competition, on a nice little win streak here, and I expect that to continue. I'm not sure how that they're underdogs coming into this one at all. They should easily be favourites here, so I'm going to take them in the head-to-head markers. I'll take them at the line here. I think this is going to be a convincing win with the way that Southeast Melbourne are playing defence. Jalen Adams is in for a big night against that Southeast defence. So I'm going to take the Sydney Kings to get this one done, keep the streak alive. Enjoy and gamble responsibly.
Hardest energy in me, I gotta release. Facing adversity, woke up a beast. Eyes on the prize, go and get it, ready to rise. Ain't no limits, don't be surprised. Never quitting, the moment's on time. Now we winning, eyes on the prize, go and get it, ready to rise. Ain't no limits, don't be surprised. Never quitting, the moment's on time. Now we winning.
Phoenix force a turnover at halfway. Oh, yes, sir.
Oh
my! Step back three. Jalen Adams has had a tough day. Gets to the basket. Oh, goodness, Jalen Adams. Last play of the third quarter. Mitch Creek fills it up on the buzzer. Joins in with a big three.
Adams has hit a man. Step back three. Heartbreaker.
Competition, get embarrassed. Eyes on the prize. Go and get it. Ready to rise. Ain't no limits. Don't be surprised. Never quitting. The moment's on time. Now we winning. Eyes on the prize. Go and get it. Ready to rise. Ain't no limits. Don't be surprised. Never quitting. The moment's on time. Now we winning. Better than ever.
It's gut check time for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Having lost their last three, they're back on their home floor tonight. And fresh off a loss on Thursday night, we're about to see what this team is made of. Mitch Creek, their number one man, looms to be a large figure. But the challenge is a mighty one. They take on the hottest team in the competition right now in the Sydney Kings, who have won their last 7 games and have looked mighty impressive in doing so. It's third versus fifth on the table. It's an enormous night at John Cain Arena, and this is Saturday Night Hoops here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. Hello and welcome. Great to have your company. Jack Heverin joined by Liam Santamaria and Leonard Copeland. Gentlemen, I cannot wait for this one.
Boy, we've been waiting all day for this one. Let's go.
Massive game. Yeah. Huge game. A lot of pressure on the Phoenix in front of their home fans in this one. Lost 3 in a row, up against the hottest team in the league. Got to get this win.
Just to set this whole thing up, let's take a look at the Amy ladder as it stands, keeping in mind that we've had a game earlier tonight, which was a win to the Illawarra Hawks. You can see what this means to Southeast Melbourne, but you can also see what a win would do, Liam, for the Sydney Kings and to put a bit of pressure on second.
Oh, no doubt. The Kings, if they can keep things rolling. But if the Phoenix win, they'll be 12-8. The Sydney Kings will be 12-8. The Phoenix will have a better percentage. They'll be back in the top 4. So that's how quickly things can change. But the question is, can they get the job done?
Let's take a look at the Southeast Melbourne starting lineup for tonight with thanks to DoorDash. DoorDash March Madness, 20% off everything. You can use the code word madness. Joe Chi had a massive game on Thursday, Copes. 25 25 points, career high.
He did, and he'll need another one tonight. Sydney are playing fantastic basketball, but Mitch Creek needs to pick it up as well and have a great game, because if he doesn't, they don't win.
It's a big one for them, Liam.
For sure. Isaiah Leaf is a big one in this game as well, because Jalen Adams, a huge problem in guarding him down the other end, and Leaf is going to have a big role.
Earlier this afternoon, Pete Hooley caught up with Simon Mitchell and spoke about how big tonight is.
The Phoenix will be looking to get back on the winners list tonight in a crucial matchup against the Sydney Kings. And joining me now is their head coach, Simon Mitchell. Coach, disappointing result against the Illawarra Hawks. What did you take out of that game?
Yeah, it was a little different result than what we've had the previous 3 games, where we've shown some issues in closing out games. We weren't in a position to close out that game, but we showed a little bit of spine as far as getting back in the game. But I mean, we opened up a can of worms with our defensive boards that hadn't been an issue leading into that game. So, you know, tonight we're going to make sure that we close that one off, make sure that we're boxing out, getting the boards, keeping teams to one shot, especially these guys who like to put a lot of heat on the rim. And sometimes when they're doing that, they draw a little bit of help. So we're going to make sure that our secondary guys who are coming in are getting into legs and keeping off the A-boards.
Somebody who has been really good this season on the boards is Ryan Brockhoff. You can't replace him with one guy. So what else do you want to see from the rest of the group?
Oh, you pretty much explain exactly what we've got to do within that. It's got to be everybody. We can't replace Rowdy. He's one of the elite defensive rebounders, sweeping over the top. He gets his, and he's just got a great nose for the ball. So it's really up to everybody to make sure that we're all boxing out, and that, especially in rotation, when you've got bigger players on your back, you just got to hold them off.
Thanks. Good luck tonight.
No worries. Cheers.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Sydney Kings with thanks to DoorDash. Now, the big news before we take a look at that lineup is Xavier Cook's not playing tonight with an ankle injury. And then later this week, we learned that Sean Bruce is going to be out for at least a month with a calf complaint.
Yeah, a couple of big outs, of course. Xavier Cook's most important of all. I mean, he has been playing at an all-NBL level, and he's been torching the Phoenix this season. They're 2-0 over the Phoenix this season, and Cooks has been big in both those games. So McCourmaker comes into the starting lineup like he did last week in Cairns, and that matchup, who guards Mitch Creek now and how do they handle it? That's going to be huge.
That's going to be massive, because Creek knows he has to go hard tonight. He doesn't go hard, they don't win.
Was a little quiet on Thursday night, a season low 15 points for Mitch Creek. He can't have a game like that tonight. The Phoenix on their home floor. It's the first time in 103 days that they've been outside the top 4 going into this game. Where do they sit by the end of the night? Sydney, on the other hand, looking for an 8-game winning streak for the first time since 2008.
Yeah, they're rolling. They're putting up 94 points per game over their last 4, the Kings, and a lot of it on the back of this man, Jalen Adams, who just gave it up, and his playmaking.
Here's Adams, averaging 25 points in his last 4. Vasiljevic catch and shoot.
And that's a guy who doesn't lack any confidence at all. Straight away, touch, get it up.
And Munford saw Chi in the low block. You'd think they'd head down to this matchup a lot early on. Against Maker. Turned him inside out.
Oh, boy. Nice move from Joe Chi. First possession, and he's been doing work in the block last couple of games. That's a tough matchup for the young next star.
Martin takes it at Chi, who got a piece of that one. Southeast Melbourne have loved having Chi on the floor. In the last 25 minutes, they've scored 66 points when he's been out there.
And the secret is keeping him out of foul trouble. If he stays on the floor, they look much better.
Creek guarded by Martin. Shot clock at 4, pulls up. Look at Chi, almost coming up with it.
I'm surprised they didn't just roll it right back in there. Just go to the well on the big fella. After that opening possession, Phoenix come up short.
Sydney winners by 9 last Sunday against the Cairns Taipans. It wasn't a straightforward victory for them. Cairns certainly pushed them. Adams threw it away. Now Munford uses the Chi screen. Trying to get the big man involved. Loose ball falls out to Tarangi.
Speaking of matchups, Martin versus Creek. The one who stays out of foul trouble.
Two potential All-NBL first-team candidates this season. Vasiljevic got open. This is his second attempt. Chi has a couple of rebounds already. Sydney 0 from 3 to start the game from the field. It's Munford. Hands off for Chi. That pass a little too hot.
You hear Simon Mitchell in the background. He's saying post him. He's telling Xavier Munford, just cross it back to your left hand, bring it back to the wing, and roll the big fella into the block. When you found something good,
go at it. Yeah, go back to it.
Agnes Glover. Played his 50th game last Sunday. 5 years and 5 months it took him to pass that milestone. He's had a horrible run with knee injuries. Just so pleasing to see him out there. Adams gets Martin involved.
Adams is so slippery, isn't he? Gets through the lane, drops it off, and all you can do is score once he drops it off.
Munford.
He's starting to feel good, Xavier Munford. Found a little tough the other night in Wollongong, 13 points, but Antonius Cleveland made it difficult, but 24 points against Melbourne United before that. He's full of confidence right now.
Martin had the size advantage on Munford. And one.
Here's the setup from Jalen Adams, finding Martin down low, and then Munford down the other end as Swakala Bullock slips under that screen. Then they get the cross screen, the switch down this end of the floor, and Martin goes to work. And it didn't take long for Chase Buford to flip his lineup around. McCurmaker comes out, Angus Glover comes in. So now Jarrell Martin goes to stays with Joe Chi, but it goes to Joe Chi, sorry. And it's Glover guarding Mitch Creek. A different post target for the Phoenix available if they want to go at him.
It's something we haven't seen a lot of. Angus Glover playing the 4,
but he's capable. I love the fact that he brings the energy. And I've said this before, for a guy who's gone through the stuff he's gone through, the injuries he's gone through, he's a fearless player.
Chi kicks it out for Liafa. Gave up his look for Munford. That's a turnover. Southeast Melbourne coming off losses to Illawarra on Thursday. Melbourne last weekend in the throwdown, and then previously to Illawarra as well. Their last win was the best part of 2 weeks ago against the Adelaide 36ers. Martin rolls to the cup. Sydney swing the other way. Adams. Little floater is helped in by Jarrell Martin. It's 5 apiece. Early stages at John Cain Arena. Nice pass from Chi under the basket for Tarangi. That's off the leg of Creek.
So I think it's been a bit of an issue for Phoenix this season in making sure the ball's in the right person's hands in the right moments. You got the mismatch to start with Chi on McCurmaker, and then you let him off the hook a couple of possessions. Right now, since Glover's gone to Mitch Creek, how many times have they put him in the block and given it to him? 0 in these last couple of possessions.
Adams. There's Liafa exactly where he wants him. Liafa did well, stayed in front. Glover from the top of the key. No good. 0 from 3 from outside to start with for the visitors. Liafa, quick release. Offensive rebound by Creek.
Oh my. That's an own goal.
Oh dear.
Who gets that? Mitch Creek?
Yeah, nearest guy.
Wow.
That's why everyone was running around to get close as it was tipped in.
That's Jalen Adams doing what he's been doing, averaging 25 a game at a really high percentage over his last 4 games.
Chi with the left hand. Such great footwork for a man of that size.
So long.
Adams with the early 3, no good. The Phoenix look to score off back-to-back possessions. Munford got himself some space and scores. They lead it by 1. Vasiljevic quickly to the other end, changes that.
And that's too easy. Simon wouldn't be happy with that.
Well, they're the issues they had on Thursday against Illawarra. Giving guys layups, letting the ball just get right by you off the bounce. And people get their knuckles on the backboard.
Gave up 103 in the loss on Thursday to the Hawks. Creek misses out. In their losses this season, they concede 94 points a game. The Phoenix. Ian Clark straight into the action. What a pickup this man's been for the Kings.
That's an NBA move right there. Straight at his chest.
Timeout called by the Phoenix. Sydney just starting to get themselves going, and they're having some fun doing it as well.
Well, when you're winning 7 or 8 in a row, it's a lot of fun to be handed.
And for the Phoenix, this is not good enough in defensive transition. That shouldn't be a fast break layup off a miss like that. Look, guys jogging back. Tarangi, you got to sit down. You got to guard the ball, stay in front. He just steps his way past. Easy bucket at the cup.
Hey, a couple things we can do better. Guard to guards. We're switching. Okay, guard to guard. Push them up and that. We switch. Hard shows. Okay, if you catch it. Okay, we got to look to bump him out. Okay, opposite big, or even if it's I don't care who it is. I don't want him in the post one out against Durrell. So let's get him out, bump him out, get a better one-on-one opponent down there. Trans D's killing us right now. We've got to show a wall. We've got to get numbers back. Present. They're getting on the rim against us too easy. Okay? Post work's good for us. Keep looking at the post. Hey.
And you heard Simon, just what we talked about. Getting on the rim too easy. Transition defense. You can't let a guy get the rebound and take it coast to coast and lay the ball up. There has to be some help. There has to be a wall behind your defense.
And there has to be a season on the line mentality from the Phoenix in this one. We saw that from Illawarra in the previous game, but not off the opening tip. Brian Gordon had to have a similar style timeout, put a rocket up his squad, and then they responded. Let's see if Simon Mitchell gets a similar response from his crew.
Creek, 1 of 4. Brandon Ashley checking into the game. He's got no issues at this end of the floor. It's staying out of foul trouble at the other end that's been his problem.
Yeah, big time.
He's gotten better, but he still struggles.
Well, he fouled out in 9 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
on Thursday,
sorry.
which wasn't
before
problem.
that one. I meant to say before that game.
Swakala Bullock takes Ashley baseline and scores.
And there it is again, ball containment. They had to be coming into this game, making that a priority. The Kings scoring at a really high percentage right now.
But layups, though, man.
2 more for Ashley. He's 4 points in a minute.
You better milk him. Get all you can right now.
Back to a point, the difference. Glover. Feeds Martin underneath. Creek reaching in. He's whistled for his first foul. Southeast Melbourne's second of the quarter.
He's got his hand caught in the cookie jar there. Mitch Creek bodying up, held his position, didn't need to go for it. Just be solid in that situation and force a tough shot.
If Sydney's smart, you go right back to the well. Do it again. Make Creek play great defense or foul it. Yep, they switched it up, didn't they? Took him out of the game.
Chase Buford doesn't have an earpiece in for your commentary, coach.
At all.
Brian Gorshin definitely did in the last game. You were a step ahead.
Of course. It's my boy. I had to say something to fire him up.
And that they did. Illawarra. If you missed the earlier game tonight, huge winners over the Tasmania Jack Jumpers to the tune of 26 points. Swakala Bullock. No good. Here's Creek up ahead. Only Glover in front of him. No foul call. Tip-in is good from Munford.
A little flex too.
Wow. Right back at you. You better play some defense. I'm telling you now.
Ian Clark.
That's how you answer. You take 2, I'll take an extra 1 down the other end.
Small sample size, but his shooting numbers so far this season, 41 blocked. Get back to that in a second. Ashley still going. Took on 3 and draws contact.
He's having a huge impact. Brandon Ashley off the bench, 4 quick points, and he's doing work on the offensive glass. And this, right here, is where the Kings are really missing Xavier Cooks.
Absolutely.
He is a beast on the defensive glass. Finishing possessions. They've been elite defensively this season, the Kings, and a lot of it has been because their defensive rebounding has been so good. And not having him there today is a big opportunity for the Phoenix on that glass.
100%.
Well, against the Taipans, they were without Xavier Cooks. They gave up 14 offensive rebounds against a team who aren't known, with respect to the Taipans, for their offensive rebounds, and only cleaned up 69% of the available defensive rebounds. So his absence is a big one. Out tonight with an ankle issue. Hopefully for the Kings, back sooner rather than later. Sean Bruce, the more serious concern. 4 weeks, and then they'll evaluate with a calf issue. Creek knocks down the 3. Phoenix back in front.
Boy, did he need that.
He has 5. Munford, the Phoenix leading scorer, with 7. Bawali Bales into the game to finish off this opening term. Clark downhill with the left hand, misses the layup. Maker can't get it done either. That caught a Sydney hand on the way out. There's Bawali Bales.
Well, they're going to need some different guys stepping up. The absence of those key rotation players. Bales getting first quarter minutes. No Sean Bruce in the lineup. And of course, McCool Maker as well, starting in place of Xavier Cooks. Going to need those guys to play big.
Both teams going to the bench, playing a lot of players early in this game, though.
Tom Vodanovic, New Zealand, are also into the game. Clark draws contact from Ashley.
He's aggressive, isn't he?
I think his 5th game as a Sydney King, has NBA experience of the highest level. Looks like he seems to have fitted into the system
straight away,
seamlessly.
Oh, he loves it. This Chase Buford offensive system, it would remind him a lot of what he's experienced in the G League and in that NBA environment. And I like, and this happened in Cairns the other night, when Jalen Adams goes out of the game, they start to play through Ian Clark.
Yes.
Those dribble handoffs go straight to him. Early in the possession, he turns the corner. You'll see also when they're both out, now they go to Dejan Vasiljevic, and he takes the onus on. But you talk about his aggression. He knows that the primary playmaker's calling his jets, and it's his time to shine.
See Lockie Barker into the game, which is great to see. Foul on Creek. And I've said this before, Liam, when you and I have been in commentary together, but I think it's fair to say that Lockie Barker will have a contract in this league next season, surely.
Oh, you'd think so, for sure. I mean, he's shown that he belongs out there. Copes, you had him as a training player back in the purple and gold.
I had him before that. I had him when he was 15, coming out of Hobart at my academy, and he had the same moves at 15 and the same fearlessness at 15 that he has now. Getting to the basket, putting up on the jump shot, didn't care who was in front of him. And I knew he was going to be a player. So we brought him to Sydney, and he was a training player, and he didn't back up to those Jerome Randos, those Kevin Lishes. He went at him. Kyle Adams.
And he's not the same type of player, but there's elements of his situation. Reminds me of Tad Duffermeyer Jr.
Yes.
Who's doing good things in Adelaide right now, who's just been on that NBL fringe, killing it in the NBL 1, saying, hey, just give me an opportunity and I can show what I can do.
Had 14 points against the Kings in round 11. The game where the South East Melbourne Phoenix were without Cam Glidden, Xavier Munford, Kyle Adnam, and their coach, Simon Mitchell. 4th foul of the quarter on Dane Pinot. Former Sydney King in his own right.
Another guy who exceptional at defense, offensive rebounding.
5 seconds before quarter time. The inbound for Maker. A chance to be creative, and does.
That's tough.
Tough finish from McCool Maker. The Sydney Kings lead it by 1 at quarter time at John Cain Arena. This is Saturday Night Hoops in the Hungry Jacks NBL. Thanks for being with us in the Hungry Jacks NBL. It's finals time in terms of this match, and the feeling in this match. The Sydney Kings and the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix both want to be there at the back end of the season. And there is a lot on the line tonight. The Kings lead it by 1. The winner of our Kmart gift card is Nat Wells. Me and my daughters are avid Sydney Kings fans, and they come to as many games as they can. Isn't that the future of the Sydney organisation? Jalen Adams and Shyla Heal.
Sure is. One club, 2 teams.
Yep. Love it.
That's some great news from the ownership level during the week.
Yeah.
The Kings doing good things.
Good news for Hammer for next season, WNBL. Get those checks getting paid. As we get courtside, Pete Hooley's there tonight. Welcome, Pete.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Listen to Chase Buford then at quarter time. He was happy with the way they started. The key word he kept saying over and over was toughness. He said he looked at Maker and Martin, said no fouls yet, especially on the defensive glass. Make sure we're blocking you out, but start to be a bit more physical. And then the offensive end, look at trying to attack everything in transition, because then I spoke to the Phoenix before this game. They said how poor their defensive transition was against the Hawks. And no surprise, the Kings know that. They're trying to exploit it.
Yeah, bang on, Pete. And they did that in that first quarter. Layups just from the push of the ball, and defensive rebounds for Sydney, huge. Because, as we said, with no Xavier Cooks, he could be a big issue. And that's really how the Phoenix have stayed in it thus far. 6 offensive boards.
Shot clock at 4 for Munford. Gets in with the left hand. Rebound by Vodanovic. Bales works together. The spin. Can't finish off. Bales was after it, but then lost it. Talk about home court advantage so much in the Hungry Jacks NBL. What would the Phoenix be thinking of their 3-5 record in their last 8 at John Cain Arena, Liam?
Well, geez, they've let a couple go, haven't they? You got to make sure you win in front of your home fans. And they've let themselves down. Creek, too strong. Geez, they've missed a couple of bunnies. Creek at the rim, Adnam at the rim. Big game. Maybe Some big game nerves for the green and black.
9 of 22. Bales pulls up in the mid-range.
Wow, nice.
His star is rising every time we see him. 20 years of age. Sydney local, grew up in Redfern. He's with the Kings on a multi-year deal. So there's a foul in the act of shooting. 3 free throws to come for Xavier Munford.
There's a little bit of Bryce Cotton in this about Xavier Munford. He's racked up a number of these trips to the foul line for 3.
Is this 5 on, 5 off?
Vaughan, 3.
He just got a little warning for throwing his head back here, Munford.
What did he do?
Maybe it wasn't Munford. He didn't seem to do anything. But you remember it was a game-winning situation in Wollongong a little while back where he got fouled on a 3. He's making a bit of a habit of it.
Perth Wildcats in action tomorrow. Going to be such a great occasion. Back at RAC Arena. Played their first 5 at home. Haven't been home since. And play the Breakers, coach. You'll be in commentary.
9 games at home. Are you kidding me?
Very nice.
That is nice.
What's the over-under?
They will win 8 out of 9 at home.
Okay.
8 out of 9.
I can't argue with that. I think they potentially finish top.
I'll take 7. Either way, it's going to look pretty nice.
The Kings give that one up. And Creek wants to back in on Vasiljevic. Clark broke that down. Shot clock now in single figures. They roll it back into Creek. Over the top of Vasiljevic scores.
There was 5 on, 5 off for the Kings.
Wow.
They've scored the last 5, the home team. Sydney have only scored 2 points in this second quarter so far. Adams' pass a little sloppy for Martin, who pulls the trigger.
He does that well, doesn't he? He's solid from outside.
29 of 83 coming into tonight on the season.
For 5-man, that's fantastic.
Sydney lead it by 1. Cheat. O-board. Blocked. Jarrell Martin got one back.
Great hustle from Martin. Was out of the play.
It's 2 on Creek.
You're right. That's
55, push.
it's a second on Creek. Here is Jarrell Martin. Just to add to those numbers, he's shot 44% on around 4 3-point attempts per game across his last 9. So while he's shot it well from the perimeter across the whole season, he's in particularly good rhythm from out there right now. And Creek's going to come out. He's got the 2 personals. He's a mismatch out there with no Xavier Cooks, but he's going to pull his Jets right now.
Pete will be all over that, see if there's any issues. It's Mitch Creek. Vasiljevic got Chi up in the air and dances into the paint.
And this is a guy you can't let get going. He sees that ball go in the rim one time, expect him to put up the next 3, which I love.
Chi posting up with 4 points. Nice find. Ruben Tarangi timed his cut to perfection. Vasiljevic, ultra aggressive at the other end.
I called it.
Yes, sir.
Telling you now. Keep it coming.
He's talking about down the other end there, Jace Mumford saying, go ahead and double. Great dig on the big fella, and he needs the weak side help to come across. He's talking to Angus Glover about that right now, but Vasiljevic, when he gets into an aggressive mindset, now he's always in an aggressive mode, but he gets the touches and the opportunity to make plays, and he's feeling good. He's just so fun to watch because he's a bucket.
He's a bucket.
13 points on Sunday, 5-11. Listen to Chase Buford.
Yeah, no, but I want the dig, and everybody else is in. Everybody else is in, and we got a rebound. Rebound, okay? Look to get into some rugbies right here. Rugbies and picks, okay? Look to attack Chi whenever we can. Go at him whenever we can. Hey, we just line up here 3 every time out of bounds. Yes, you got it out. Everybody's up. Come on, fellas. Be smart. Be smart. Little thing. Yes, yes, here we go. Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3, defense.
Well, they are going to need to take care of the little things.
Yep.
Tonight, the Kings, the season on the line for the Phoenix, and just heavily outmatched on the interior. And he's talking about the defensive boards. The Phoenix have 7 offensive rebounds to Sydney's 6 defensive. So they're getting more than 50% of their own misses right now, and they're going to need to do something about that, the Kings.
Peter Bolt in the house tonight. Matt Jack Dorr also in the house tonight. Look at Heath O'Loughlin from the NBL just in there doing his business. Heath, of course, wrote Matt Jack's book, which is fantastic.
Yeah, co-wrote it with him.
Brilliant book. Heath's not going to come and sit in the stands, is he? Vasiljevic on the free throw line. Let's get down to Pete Hooley.
Well, listening to Simon Mitchell just ending that timeout, as you'd expect, that's a post-midnight timeout. There was a lot of language in there, and he was just trying to make sure that everyone took pride on the defensive end. He says, I don't care if we go small, I don't care if we go big, I don't care what they do. We've got to take some pride on the defensive end. We're giving up too many layups. We're cheating on the ball screen. We're trying to get some easy steals. Just have some pride, play with your chest, and man up.
The Arthur. As Adams goes down in back play. Actually can't finish off. Gets another chance. Liafa wide open. It's physical out there.
It was coming. I was going to come. It was coming soon. You know? I was going to go.
And they're the types of silly ones Brandon Ashley doesn't need to give up. He's trying to be a monster on the offensive glass, which he's doing. 4 of them pulled down already, but just shoves a Kings player in the back. Easy call for the official.
Ashley second. Coming into this game, had picked up 12 fouls in 39 minutes.
Wow.
That's Chi with his first. And the Phoenix have 4 fouls for the quarter with 6 minutes remaining. It's not a position you want to be in.
And they're going after Joe Chi in those situations. When he tries to hard show on those ball picks, they're just driving it right into his hip and his outside leg, trying to draw the foul. And the same when he's setting picks down the other end.
Clark swings to Glover.
Jeez.
That's a straightforward call for the officials, and that's bonus free throws for the Kings.
Already.
Ruben Tarangi, the offender that time, picks up his second. And Angus Glover, 68% free throw shooter on the season. Some burgers might be nice for the Phoenix fans.
People engaged, yes. Not going to happen yet. Not going to happen yet.
Sydney led it by 1 at quarter time. Mumford takes the bump and gets to the line.
That's what they need out of Xavier Mumford. He needs to be looking to score. They need him to put up points, and he's their team leading scorer right now, equal game leading scorer with 10, because he's come in with an aggressive mindset.
His first season here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. Have you seen him in his year, Copes?
A little bit up and down. He started the season off fantastic. I thought he was going to be a very good guard. And then he sort of mid-season sort of lacked a little confidence. I don't know if Simon was playing 2 guards in the one spot. Adnam was playing a lot better, getting more time, so he sort of lost a little confidence. But he's sort of picking it back up now. He's always been a quality guard. He can play. We know he can play.
20 NBA games. Clark early in the offense. Memphis and Milwaukee. 6 seasons in the G League as well for Xavier Munford. He's got all the credentials. This is out from the elbow. Block caught on Liafa.
Wow.
You wonder whether Simon Mitchell might take a closer look at this.
I think so.
Well, I thought the call was a travel.
Yeah, that's right.
When he turned around.
Challenge a foul.
And that's the thing. They thought it was a travel, but he can only challenge the foul that was called.
I mean, he turns around, is taken by surprise, doesn't get the ball down, and he's moving his feet. That's a travel every day of the week.
I think it's pretty clear what the Phoenix thought. So just to explain that a little further, for those who may be a little unfamiliar with the coach's challenge, you can challenge the call that's made. You can't challenge a call that isn't made, if that makes sense.
Right.
So the travel wasn't called, therefore that can't be challenged.
So Simon Mitchell, I'm not going to challenge that in terms of a block charge call. He just thinks
It was just travel.
they missed the shuffle of the feet.
Pinot back out there. Hands off to Liafa. Now the Kings pick up a couple of quick fouls.
Well, the makeup was only just around the corner, wasn't it, Copes?
100%.
You see Dane Pinot into the game for the Phoenix, so both she and Ashley are on the bench. And I quite like Pinot in this situation against the Kings because
That's what you're allowed to do.
the huge issue for the Phoenix tonight is Jalen Adams in those ball screens. Well, Pinot guards them really well.
Best in the business.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're giving up offensive rebounds. He goes to the glass better than anybody I've ever seen. So, good time for him to be playing.
Clark quickly to the other end. Gets the whistle.
Clark's not messing around, is he?
Oh,
I love that attack from Ian Clark. They're trying to get up the floor. They're face guarding the inbounds. Well, if you can catch it on the run and get the step, put the pressure on the rim, and look how tough our cameraman is. Bang!
look at Peter. Steps in and takes the charge.
Rock solid.
Look, well done, Pete.
Give us a thumbs up.
He's okay. There he is. You got to want it.
You gotta want it.
You got to want it, Coach. Biggest lead by either team in the first quarter was 3. Sydney's biggest lead in this second term has been 5. Which is an indication of how close this game has been so far. It's what we expected. Pinot on the offensive glass. Gives them another look at Glidden. Wide open.
That's what you said, Copes. Dane Pinot as a threat, as an offensive rebounder, leads to that Glidden 3.
Scoreless on Thursday night. It's big for his confidence. Adams, feet set. That time. 1 of 4 so far in the game, Jalen Adams. And Munford. Hand off to Tarangi. Phoenix back in front. The Sydney Kings now want to have a chat about it. The home team making a run. They lead 38-37.
Well, they needed that, the Phoenix. The anxiety was creeping in, having trailed most of this first half for a team desperately needing this win. Glidden comes in, knocks down the triple. And then Mumford. Now, Pinot Tarangi, he had to make that because Glidden was wide open on the arc.
Wide open.
On the opposite side.
I almost shot it myself. I was waiting on the ball to come.
Here's Simon Mitchell.
Go, Zach. Hey, let's try and get a little quicks action now. If you're first down the floor, I don't mind you being the quicks guy. All right? So a little bit of quicks action right here. Try and bring Glizzo up a little bit. Hey, curl it, get yourself on the rim. Or quick kicks back, and we can use a high pick and roll. Hey, I'm sitting back and I'm being honest with you guys. This ain't my favourite rebounding team on the planet. So I need you all to dig in, get in the legs, nobody's over your back. Dig in.
Was giving him a rev, Simon Mitchell, and when he talks about the quicks action, he's saying, oh, we've got to get Cam Glidden another look. There you see Ryan Brockhoff. They usually run, he's out for 4 weeks with that strained AC joint, and they usually run this play for Ryan Brockhoff. So you'll see in transition, early away screen for Cam Glidden to come flying off, and he'll either shoot the three or try to curl his way down the middle of the lane.
Adams kept that in. Clark almost threw it away. Here's Adams once more. Floater from the free throw line goes.
Just class.
There's 5 points. As Williams said earlier, averaging 25 a game across his last 4.
You see with the way they came down the floor, they ran that action for Adnan there, and he got a really good look.
Adams spins and kicks out.
Going up.
Martin, huge offensive rebound and the putback.
That's what Simon Mitchell was talking about in the huddle. He just told him, I'm not super confident in you guys as a rebounding group. I need you to dig in, and right there got beasted on the glass.
Nice cut. Adnan found Glidden. They miss another one from underneath. They left some points out there in this first half, Southeast Melbourne.
They certainly have.
Glover can't finish off either. 13 of 35 from the field, the home team. Mitch Creek about to check back in. Munford. Got it!
And foul. You called it, Liam. He gets fouled on his three-pointers.
Wani Swaka-Labullock, the offender this time. Let's get to Pete Hooley.
Guys, you see Mitch Creek checking in now. Spent a long time on the bench, and he's okay. It was just part of the rotations when Phoenix is going a little bit of run. Simon Mitchell was keeping his superstar on the bench, but we're also going to keep a little eye on Jalen Adams. He's been a little ginger at times, walking around with a bit of a limp. Seems to go away when he has the ball, though, which Leonard Copeland would know a lot about.
Wow.
But I'm pretty sure that he's got something going on there, but he seems all right for the most part, but he definitely is hampered by some sort of niggling injury.
Do you care to comment on that, Coach?
Mate, okay. Thank you, bro.
Munford misses the extra.
Hey, we're all only human, right?
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of rebounds, though, Brockhoff, before he got injured, was he leading them in rebounds?
Sure was. Oh!
What a...
Have a piece of that. Jarrell Martin above the rim.
Beautifully executed. I'll jump in now, Coach, because you're the master of the alley-oop, and you're going to speak over the replay, but that was beautifully executed by those guys.
And they seem to get one every game now. You know, they're working on this.
Munford thought he was fouled, played through.
He's just being aggressive, isn't he? And that's exactly where he needs to play.
17 on 5 of 10, Xavier Munford. Adams pulling up. It's good.
Somebody better step up on that screen because you let him see that basket. It's going up. He's capable of knocking it down.
2 minutes before half-time. Copes.
It's all in the catch. It has nothing to do with the pass. It's all in the hops.
Come on,
you gotta be able to
man.
go up there and get it, man. The pass is, you got to be able to go get it, man. Look at him go get it.
Now, you know what? I'm going to stand up for Drew as a point guard on the desk here. That was a beautiful lob.
Oh, yeah, it was a nice pass. But if you don't have anybody who can go get it, the pass, it means nothing.
How many times, Chi makes the first, Copes, how many times did you have to clean up an ordinary kind of pass?
Gazy got in this mood where I didn't know if it was a shot or a pass. You know, he's shooting the ball coming down, jacking it up. I don't know. Just jump.
Chi makes both. 6 points, 3 rebounds in the opening half. Sydney break the press, but Only just McCool make it.
I think the safety's got to give it to him. A great pass.
Adams a little out of control. Thought he was fouled. Chi.
Look at Chi with the spin and the drop ball. Nice pass. Nice shot.
He's so nimble. 7'1" and he moves like that. 47-46 at John Cain Arena. Adams pass, a little ambitious.
Give it up, big fella.
Look at Chi run the floor. Got the probabilities and the possibilities a little caught up.
A little shaky bake there. Get the ball up, Chi. What you doing? Get that rock up and get to the box.
All the big fellas want to be point guards.
Everybody wants to dribble the ball.
You know what I mean? As he crossed halfway, he started dreaming of what that could have
Sure
been.
did. Half expected him to pull up for the transition three.
It got bigger and bigger. Like, what is he going to do next?
Offensive foul. Right in front of senior official Vaughan Mabry.
It's a good chase from Cam Glidden. Can give you a bit of defensive impact, Glidden, as well as his shooting. And you don't get that call if you're not fighting hard over that handoff, trying to stay connected.
Adnam out for Creek, who, as Hall said, just getting an extended rest in this second quarter. Clock at 5. Munford, outstanding for Chi.
Great pass.
That's a beautiful pass. And he's just making plays. He is in his bag right now, Xavier Munford. Snakes that ball screen and then makes the read, look away, drop off to the big fella. He's got 17 points in this first half, Xavier Munford. It's his best scoring half of the season. And throw 4 dimes into that mix as well. He's having a big one.
He would have set himself for this matchup against Jalen Adams. It's the first time we've seen them go head-to-head in the 2 meetings so far. There's a tech foul against the Sydney Kings as well. Oh, timeout, but on that, Xavier Munford and Jalen Adams, both Atlantic 10 players. Both would be aware of each other, but had never played against each other in the 2 games so far. Adams injured in round 3, and Munford was out with COVID protocols when they played in round 11. Let's take a look at Xavier Munford.
And you know what else you'd be aware of is how well Jalen Adams has been playing.
That's
all
right.
This MVP talk and all NBL first team anything. You know what? I'm that level of guy.
I'm going
as
to
well.
test myself. I'm sitting at home watching this guy go to work, and everyone's talking well about him. Let me see how well I can play. Let me see what I can do against him. And he's come out and started playing well.
He needs to be their guy. I mean, we talk about closer. I think the ball needs to be in Xavier Munford's hands in those moments. But the big 3 for them really needs to be Munford, Creek, Joe Chi. Here you see Munford, 17 on the board. His biggest half of the season. Chi's got 10. Creek's got 8. They're their 3 leading scorers. They're getting the right guys the pill.
That's exactly right.
Do you want that?
Free throws for the tech foul will be first.
I don't know. I don't get why he needs to have a rest right now, though. He's only got 1 personal foul. He's flowing. And you've got the halftime break right around the corner.
I agree 100%. I'm sure he didn't ask to come out. If he did, I'm telling him, you got 44 seconds. Suck it up.
Okay, 1 shot here, 1 shot.
And now the bonus free throw for Joe Chi. Doesn't get that to go. 5th rebound for Martin. That's a bad turnover from Adams. Uncharacteristic. It's his 3rd of the half. Torrey Smith-Milner out there to finish off the half. Clock winds down to 6 for Adnam. Smith-Milner rolls to the basket. He can't score. Neither can Chi the first time. Now he's mobbed and lost it. Plenty of time here for Sydney. Adams all the way in. Layup with the left hand.
Wow.
No one's grabbing it. No one's grabbing the ball.
How do you go from under your basket to under their basket for a layup? Somebody stop the ball.
No, none of you are going to grab it, and he hands it directly to you.
4-point swing. 2 points the Phoenix should have had. 2 points the Kings got. Great way for Sydney to finish the half.
2 seconds left on that clock.
You got 2 seconds. Hey, Mitchell!
Here's Chase Buford. Oh, my dear. It's half-time at John Cain Arena.
Hold his ground. Okay, Chase. All right.
That'll be a GIF tomorrow, Chase Buford. It's 50-48. High-scoring, entertaining first half.
Just good basketball. Good basketball.
Let's get to Hulls.
Well, I'm with Xavier Mumford. Big first half from yourself. We expected a battle between these two teams. How'd you see the first 20 minutes?
Our first 20 minutes as well. We just got to keep doing the little plays, getting the loose balls, keep crashing the rebounds, and keep boxing out and play tougher than these guys.
We know the question mark's been defense for you guys over the last few games. Simon Mitchell, very animated in the timeouts. How do you get better on the defensive end?
Oh, man, we just got to take it personal. We got to take our matchups personal. We got to build the wall against these guys and just keep playing that hard team defense.
Thanks, mate. Good luck in the second half. What's the finals-like atmosphere between these two teams? Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Half-time at John Cain Arena, Southeast Melbourne with their highest first-half score of the season, and they lead it by 2 over the Sydney Kings, 50-48. This is an offensive game.
It certainly is. It's a playoff atmosphere, and they're both going there. They both want it, you know. And let me tell you something. Creaky playing well, Cheese playing well, but Mumford has really taken it personally and got himself going, got the team going. 17 points, 4 assists. You know, he's really involved in this game, and if he can keep going, it gives him a chance to win this game tonight.
If it stays this way, Coach, who does it suit?
Stays this way, the way they go into the offensive glass, I think Southeast Melbourne has a chance to win if they keep going to the glass and Sydney doesn't box out. But Sydney are one of those teams that can get going in the second half. They've won 6 or 7 in a row. Who knows?
Jarrell Martin has 14 points. Jalen Adams has 10. Xavier Munford, ultra-aggressive, Liam, in this first half.
Yeah, terrific first half from Mumford. Look at the shooting percentage for the Kings at 53% because of all those layups. That's the issue that the Phoenix have been having defensively, and the Phoenix winning the rebound count, but the Kings did a better job down the stretch of that first half at cleaning the defensive glass. Chase Buford got the response he wanted from his guys after he ripped into them in one of those huddles.
What are we seeing from a Sydney perspective without Xavier Cooks? It's now our second game without him. He shouldn't be too far away for Kings fans, but what does his absence create?
He just does a bit of everything. In fact, a lot of everything. And we saw a guy like that in the previous game, Antonius Cleveland. They don't run a lot of plays for Xavier Cooks, the Kings, but he puts points on the board because he gets to the right spots, he finishes plays, and he can rip guys off the catch as well. But then all the intangibles, defensive rebounding, block shots. So they just need everybody to kind of step up a little bit in his absence.
And what it does do, it means the importance of Jarrell Martin is even more emphasised in a game like tonight. His opening half has been a good one, Copes. 14 points on 6 of 8. He's got 5 rebounds as well.
He does it well, though. He's inside, he's outside. He's, as we spoke about, he can shoot the ball from the 3. He goes to the offensive glass. He's a quiet guy, but can get it done. And I'd love to have him on my team because he brings energy, and he's a big body.
He's so versatile and he's having such a great season. He was injured at times last year, but so far so good for him. Has had a pretty clean bill of health and has had a big impact in this one. It's 50-48 at halftime. The Southeast Melbourne Phoenix lead it by 2. We're going to take a look at some of the stuff that both teams have done well on the other side of this. And the third quarter is not too far away. 50-48 half-time at John Cain Arena. The Phoenix getting the job done over the Sydney Kings, but only just. Liam Santamaria in the analysis centre. Liam, you've been taking a look at some of the good stuff for both teams in the opening half.
Yeah, before this second half tips off, let's look at what's worked well for both of these teams. Now, for the Phoenix, post-ups, the big fellas, Joe Chi, Mitch Creek on the interior. And when you throw it into Joe Chi inside, you're going to get double teams. You'll see Dejan Vasiljevic comes and digs on this catch. And watch Ruben Tarangi. He knows that it's not just Joe Chi scoring. He just walks his way into the paint and then bang, cuts his way to the rim. And it's on Angus Glover here to help out. But as you run the play, post-entry, and then a cut to the rim from Tarangi, no help. That's why Chase Buford got into Angus Glover in the huddle. And then for the Sydney Kings, Jalen Adams off ball screens. It's a huge headache for every team. And you can see here, they got Dane Pineau in the game here, the Phoenix, and as this ball screen comes, what Pineau usually does is he comes and he shows hard here to stop the ball, but instead he's in the drops coverage, and that just feeds into what Jalen Adams wants to do. Gets to his floater and he knocks it down. And then they go and slap some ball screens on in transition. This is called a drag screen here from Jalen Adams. Push it forward just a touch earlier, and you see Mitch Creek, he's guarding Martin. He's ready to jump out, but Joe Chi, he wants to stay at home. He needs to come up and get to the line of the screen, because if he doesn't, Adams comes over and he's got a wide open three. Some of the things the coaches will have talked about at the halftime break.
Nicely done, Liam. As always, in the analysis centre. While we're on a roll, let's get down to Pete Hooley, who's got the coach of the Sydney Kings, Chase Buford.
Coach, very physical out there, and heard you use the word physicality and toughness in your timeouts. How'd you see that first half?
Yeah, nothing from us. I thought we were really soft around the basket, gave them way too many looks in the paint, just totally atypical of our defense.
Bit of cat and mouse between playing big with small ball with no Xavier Cooks out. What are you looking for with those matchups?
Yeah, I'm just trying to play the bodies we got, the big ones we have. So
thanks, good luck in the second half.
Peter.
Chase Buford there. He knows that his team isn't quite where they need to be just yet. Some work to do for them in this second half. Sydney third on the table, 12 wins and 7 losses. I guess, Coach, there's no easy way to cover for someone like Xavier Cooks, is there?
Not at all. You do it as a group. There's no one guy can be Xavier Cooks. The way he goes to the glass, the way he's rebounding. So you have to do it as a committee.
We start this second half. South East Melbourne, third in the competition for third quarters. They average 21 points a game. It's a beautiful pass. Adams open in the corner.
And he's been solid all year. Again, we spoke about that earlier. Most bigs won't come out that far to guard him, but you're going to have to, because he can knock that thing down consistently.
Adams to Martin, I should say. He picks up from where he left off, Jarrell Martin. Liafa, a little quiet so far. 0 from 4 in his shooting stats. Martin takes it straight at Chi.
Wow.
Has 5 points inside the first 40 seconds, Jarrell Martin.
And how versatile is he? 3 on the outside, drive to the inside.
And Munford tries to get Creek involved. He might have travelled, and he did throw it away. So it's not been a good start for the Phoenix.
Big time start for the Kings. On the flip side, it's Jarrell Martin showing his versatility inside and out, where he has the advantage, and then sitting down and getting a job done defensively, and they've quickly flipped this around. 3-point lead and a chance to extend it.
Adams didn't get it in time. It was a little casual. Three-point lead to Sydney. They've scored 7 unanswered points in this third term so far.
Got right into the heart of the defense. Mumford, you see Vasiljevic came up a little sore there. That scramble for the ball.
Run the play for him. We'll see if he's okay.
I like how he walks away from the coach while he checks if he's all right.
Smart man.
I like that. Those good hands, though, from Jarrell Martin, just to slap that thing away.
Vasiljevic was the one that got them going at the start. Oh, and that's probably not going to help the shoulder. A bump from Chi.
Another one.
The first of the quarter.
Yeah, there was the meat and the sandwich there. Vasiljevic between Mumford and Tarangi.
Sydney have been involved in some high-scoring games recently. Their last 4, they've averaged 93.5 points a game. It's DJ Vasiljevic. Looks to be okay now. Seconds played in the third quarter. Maker travels.
That's great help from Ruben Tarangi. You got the big fella, Joe Chi, up to the line of the screen with Jalen Adams involved. You got to have everybody else helping out, and Tarangi right there on the spot to cause the turnover.
Now Maker's got to play some D on Chi. Such a tough matchup. For obvious reasons, his size, but
he's so quick when he gets that ball, though.
There's the D from Tarangi. Quick move from Chi along the baseline, spins back, draws the foul.
Mumford drags it back out. Got away from Swaka Labullock. Chi doesn't get it to drop. Vasiljevic does not need an invitation.
Shoulder is fine.
Not a problem.
10 straight points for the Kings. They've turned a 3-point deficit at halftime into a 6-point lead. Early stages in the third. Liafa gets it to count.
Good flip pass.
Just pretty.
Adams.
How pretty is that shot?
%37% from outside this season. Maker stepped into that with confidence.
Got that. That's what makes him an intriguing prospect. We know he's got the size and length. Look at him battle down low with the big fella, but can step out and stroke it.
Only 2 of 13 before tonight, but that shot resembled someone who can shoot it a little better than that. An offensive foul. The moving screen has been a problem for the Phoenix with Chi and Ashley all season.
Look at him celebrate it. On the Sydney bench, you saw Chase Buford throw his fist around because, as I said earlier, they're going after his legs and his hips in those situations, trying to draw those fouls, the Kings, and that's a third personal now on Joe Chi.
Three fouls for Chi, 3 for Tarangi, a couple for Ashley. Vasiljevic fires away. Tarangi aggressive at the other end. Ashley puts the lid on it. .54-59. Tarangi almost threw it away. It was interesting. All's well that ends well. And Tarangi splash. 5 unanswered points for the Phoenix. It's back to a 2-point game.
Giving him a little spark, Ruben Tarangi. Attack on the rim. It brings Ashley in as a putback guy and then steps up and knocks down the triple off the kick out from Mitch Creek.
6 minutes before three-quarter time. Sydney were the ones that got things going.
This is what we mean when we talk about playing through Mitch Creek. It's not necessarily for him to score, but it will make the defense have to react. Other guys will get open.
That's exactly right.
He'll set them up.
Offense starts to focus on Mitch Creek. It opens the doors for everyone else.
There's Chase Buford laying down the message to his troops. This is great news. For all Hoops fans, your own personalised NBL highlights and content now available on the NBL fan channel. You won't miss a minute of the action from your favourite team, players and games this season. You can register now for free. Build your own personalised content today at nbl.com.au/channel.
How do I sign up? Not a bad idea.
Just there.
All right.
nbl.com.au/channel.
I'm in there.
It's a good time to do it. The run to the playoffs is going to be fascinating.
Who's your favourite guy to watch? Who's highlight reel? That man?
Andrew Bogut, the big fella.
You want a highlight reel of Bogut sending shots away and dropping dimes from the elbows?
Dunking on people. We played Illawarra, and he had one of the most vicious dunks I've seen in a long time.
Ooh, oh yeah, hellacious.
Remember that?
I remember Drew's arousal level.
Oh yes,
getting a little high after that one.
Right.
Yeah, that was the famous arousal night level.
Yes.
That was the
press conference, wasn't it?
Behind the back on Ogilvy.
That's right.
Phoenix can tie it up or take the lead right here. Not that long ago, they were down 8.
Has Mumford had a shot this third quarter? I don't think he has.
No. He's 5 of 10 at half-time. Glover off the glass, no good. Munford quickly up the floor. Gets Creek involved.
Getting good looks. The Phoenix have had some issues knocking down shots in recent times, but they're good looks. They leave Ashley alone. He can actually knock that down from free throw range. Couldn't drill it. Mumford sets up Creek, who's been having a really good year from long range. Opportunities missed.
Kings 12-7 on the season. 3-4 on the road. They lost their first 3 on the road and won their last 4. Adams drains the deep one.
Just so soft and so easy, you know? Just so.
And that's why you can't miss those opportunities, those open ones, against this team. They're loaded with firepower, and Adams will go whackety-whack, and you'll be back down 10.
Ashley got a little caught up. Liafa misses out again. 1 of 7. Now has the job of trying to stop Jalen Adams. And the ball out of his hands. Vasiljevic stepping back, mid-range 2. Here's Mitch Creek, who went 13 minutes, Copes, between shots. That's too long, isn't it, for a player of that caliber?
Too long.
It's deep from Martin. Vasiljevic drew the closeout and fouled by Creek.
Easy call. Right across his shooting arm. 3rd foul on Mitch Creek.
Just right in your face.
Well, maybe not as much contact.
A lot.
Phoenix had a look at it, not going to challenge.
Free throws for Vasiljevic. Let's get down to Halls.
Well, as you mentioned before, it's interesting to see Chase Buford and the Kings celebrate Joe Chi's 3rd foul. A lot of talk in their timeouts. They were trying to go at him on the defensive end. They found a lot of success bringing Joe Chi away from the basket, trying to attack his body. And down the other end, in that last timeout with Simon Mitchell defensively, they felt like they could be more aggressive, get up and in, and their emergency switches felt safer when they had smaller guys, Brandon Ashley, who had to switch onto the guards like Vasiljevic. So it was an interesting celebration because Phoenix went on that little bit of a run after Joe Chi shut down.
Yeah, Ashley and Pinot certainly can get up to that line of that screen and guard those actions. On the flip side, though, Ashley post-ups one-on-one on Jarrell Martin, that's not it, I don't think, for the Phoenix. It doesn't draw a double team. You don't have an advantage. Get that ball moving. Get it back to Mumford, Creek, your main offensive weapons.
Kings lead it by 7. There's Creek in good position under the basket. He wanted a whistle. So we spoke about Mitch Creek going 13 minutes without a shot, Cope. Xavier Munford's last field goal attempt was 2:17 before halftime.
And at the end of the day, I'm not blaming the coach on this. I'll blame him because he's got the ball in his hands. If I got 17 points at halftime, I'm thinking, I'm hot. I'm in a zone. I need to keep this thing going. Yes, I want to get other guys involved. Of course I do. But I'm not going to not take a shot when I'm shooting 5 for 10.
And you also sometimes, in these situations, you got to give some credit to the defense. Yep. Because what are the Kings trying to do defensively? Well, they're trying to get other guys to make plays, not Mumford, not Creek. Keep it out of Joe Chi's hands. And when they do that effectively, like they didn't do there, then that's what happens. Guys don't see it too much.
Let's play off the inbound. Creek into double figures now. Adams has 13.
This is going up.
Clark drives. Ashley says.
No, sir.
Glidden's got Liafa on the move. Bumped. Gets it to go.
Big turnaround. Sparked by Ashley at the defensive end. Big block, big defensive play. Steps up. You called it, Copes. It was going up, and it came, and then it got sent right back. And then good ball movement here. Glidden turns down a good shot to create something better for Liafa. And he goes into the bottom and and draws Jalen Adams, third person.
There's been a lot of talk about the amount of shots that he takes. What's your take on that, man?
I think it was starting to become an issue.
Yes, I agree.
And I think he's made a nice little adjustment. No doubt they've all had some conversations about it. Now, I don't think you don't want to take his confidence away because he's a talented player.
And he's capable of knocking down a shot. He just needs to know when is his shot and when it's not his shot.
Exactly.
Again, when you talk about Creek not seeing the ball, he's a point guard or he's a 2 guard. He has to come down and maybe try to run something through Creek. And if Creek throws it out, yes, take the open shot.
Could be foul. No layup rule in effect here for the Phoenix. Just a regulation foul, but the thing for the Phoenix though is Liafa's a very good defender, and you know, on the perimeter you got Mumford, you got Liafa, they're the guys that you can send to premier perimeter talents, and then you just need him to be making good decisions at the offensive end.
There is Isaiah Liafa, 32 games last year. He's played 17 of the 18 this season. He and Adnam out there together with Munford sitting on the bench right now. There is Adnam. Got it to Creek. He took care of the rest.
And that's what they need. They need him, make him a focus. Get him the ball, let him get going. Because once he gets going, then the others will follow.
That was nice execution, getting the ball through hands. Good attack from Adnam. Made a really nice read over the top to Creek.
6 of 18 on Thursday. Season low, 15 points at 33% from the field as well, which wouldn't have pleased him.
And sometimes he can be too unselfish. This is his team. Sometimes he needs to take over and be the man.
Sydney lead by 1. Maker. There's the size advantage over Creek. Creek's not going to give up position that easy. Maker turns and scores.
That's tough.
That's tough.
Young fella up against an MVP candidate. Took his time and made the play.
Great article written by Matt Logue, News Corp, in the last couple of days about Makur Maker and his background, his childhood, but also, as you called him, Liam, the intriguing nature of Makur Maker as a player. We're not even close to scratching the surface with him yet.
No, he's had a bit of an injury-interrupted campaign as a next star this year, but he's got a really versatile skill set, and it's helping the Kings big time today.
Went to last year's NBA draft combine, but decided to get involved in the Next Stars program, and why wouldn't you? It's as good a breeding ground as any in the world right now. Clark off the front of the iron. Look at Creek scream down the other end of the floor. Take that offensive position. Adnam in the corner, has been there for a while. No good.
Those are shots he generally knocks down.
Free throws to come now for Adams.
I had 8 from my side. 8.
Well, they've got a shooting lineup on the floor there, the Creek, the Phoenix. You play through Creek in the box, draw the double team. Now you've got the Arthur, Glidden, Adnam.
Just got to swing that ball and find the open guy.
And then, of course, you got to knock that thing down.
That's right. Adnam's been a bit down as well the last couple of games, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Played a good role the other night in Illawarra. Prior to that, really quiet for 3 or 4 games. 10 points, 6 boards, 6 assists on Thursday. But hasn't got himself going yet in this one.
Adams is going to check out of the game. 15 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists. He's got a big role to play in the final quarter. Phoenix led it at the half. They trail by 5. Shot clock at 5 now for Adnam. Everyone kind of standing still. It's not what they were looking for.
No, not at all.
Wiley Bales back into the game to close out the quarter, like he did in the second. Shot clock into single figures. Clark has space to fire. And the shot clock will be switched off for the South East Melbourne Phoenix. They'll trail at 3/4 time, but by how much is in their hands. Not sure that's how it was drawn up.
My body's bumping all over the floor there. And the whistle was bound to come at some stage. Sends Ashley to the stripe.
Found a way to make it work in the end. Brandon Ashley didn't play when the teams met in round 3. Hadn't been signed as yet by the Phoenix. Had 7 and 4 when they played in round 11. Played a good role that night.
He's done a good job to stay on the floor. Anyway.
1.3 seconds left. They need a Steven Adams type play here. Full court pitch. Martin throws a bullet.
Someone didn't catch it, gonna knock somebody out.
70-67 with a quarter to play at John Cain Arena. Stick around, this is going to be a thriller. You're watching Saturday Night Hoops in the Hungry Jacks NBL. It's three-quarter time, and Lifesavers, well, they're back in a big way. They've launched a new range of Fruit Tingles chocolate balls and chocolate block. You can get them at any supermarket near you. The new chocolate range is a fun new way to enjoy the iconic and nostalgic Fruit Tingle Lifesavers that we've all come to know and love, much like we've come to know and love this matchup tonight.
Well, the Phoenix need a lifesaver right now.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did?
That's good.
Because if they lose this game, it's going to be very, very difficult. Kings are winning. The Hawks are winning. They're 11-8, the Phoenix, which is puts them in the mix. But on their home floor, down 3, a quarter to play on a 3-game losing streak, they're going to need some of their big names to come out huge in this final quarter to get this win.
We said it off the top tonight that this is a gut check for the Phoenix. This quarter is an absolute gut check for them.
One of the most important quarters of their life.
Well, they haven't lost 4 in a row, Copes. That's out of bounds. Since their debut season.
They also have not come from behind at three-quarter time to win a game.
Really?
This season. We know the fourth quarter struggles they've been having recently. They nearly did it the other night in Illawarra as they came storming back, but they're going to need to tap into some of that energy right now in this big moment.
Let's get to Halls courtside.
Yeah, guys, listen to Chase Buford at three-quarter time. He's very happy with that third quarter. He said our toughness is better on the defensive end with the lineups they're rolling with now. He wants some red action on with the 1 through 4, but we're going to keep an eye on Isaiah Liapa for the Phoenix. He was back in the room just getting his lower back worked on. He's out there now, a bit uncomfortable. And then when it comes to the clutch, we're going to have to keep an eye on this man right here, Mitch Krieg. I was talking to the Phoenix players beforehand, the coaching staff. A few words were said, but when it comes to the clutch, Mitch Krieg needs to have involvement in every single possession. That's what it's come down to. If he gets the ball off to somebody else, get it back to him, let him make a play.
Smart, smart. You said it earlier, Liam. Mitch Creek, Mumford, Chi are your top 3 guys. Go through them first. Then if you have nothing else, the other guys can get the leftovers.
The way you play through Mitch Creek is what they did right there. Post him up against smaller guys. Got through the foul on Bawali Bales, got to the stripe, but also involve him in those handoffs and pick and rolls with Xavier Mumford. And that becomes really tough to guard. You have Joe Chi in the dunker spot. So they've been no doubt been talking about their fourth quarters in recent times, the Phoenix, and a lot of it will be, we got to make sure we're playing through the right guys in these big moments.
Yep. Xavier Mumford, 1 rebound and 1 turnover in the third quarter. Wow.
Didn't attempt one shot.
Did not attempt one shot. Verdanovic. Hands off to Vasiljevic. Big three, Jovic.
He's so comfortable, isn't he? He's just... See what you did there.
Kings by 4. He's shooting with confidence. Double comes for Chi. Now Mumford. Shot clock at 4. Forced into a tough look over the top of Swaka LeBullock. They give it back, the Kings.
Just coughed it up there, Martin. I see shades of Chris Golding in Dejan Vasiljevic. We saw last week the 3 over Joe Chi from deep from Golding. Not too dissimilar right here.
He doesn't lack confidence. That's what I see. He will get it up, and he's good enough to make it.
And Chi puts it back in. 12 and 7. His numbers for tonight. Verdanovic. Shot clock into single numbers. Martin over the top of Chi.
Tough. Is it fair to say Sydney have the best 3 imports? I know personally they have 2 great imports. Is it fair to say they have the best 3 imports in the league?
For sure.
It's been a fun matchup, that one. Jalen Adams out there in the blood jersey, number 15 now. Here's Verdanovic, catch and shoot, got it!
Wow. Timeout.
Tom Verdanovic stepping in.
Time for the man.
78-71 at John Cain Arena. They've scored the last 5 now, the Kings.
Big shots. Big shots. Vasiljevic from range. Martin from the block. And then Tom Verdanovic catching and splashing, putting the Kings out 7. Big shots in big moments for a team flowing with confidence.
No Xavier Cooks, no Sean Bruce. This is where the depth and the bench copes have got to come in and just do their role. Nothing more, nothing less.
Absolutely. Again, find Creek the ball. Get out and go, man, because every play is a post up where you're slowing the ball down. On a miss, get it out. I still think Mumford and Creek have to take the load. For Mumford to have 17 points at halftime and not take a shot, something's wrong. There's something going on.
Well, big shots in big moments from the Sydney Kings. Here was Joe Chi going to work down low, comes up short, and then the push of the ball from the Kings. And Tom Verdanovic, no hesitation, ready to catch and knock it down, and Simon Mitchell has to call for time. That comes off the Martin jumper, the Vasiljevic jumper. Big shots in big moments for the Kings.
Just comfortable. They look comfortable.
Phoenix had 31 points in the final quarter on Thursday. They're going to need every bit of that to get it done tonight. The Sydney Kings team, as Cope said, looks super confident.
There we go.
Drops from Mumford.
There we go.
Some more of that, please.
Please.
It's not what the Kings fans will want to see. They want the ball out of Mumford's hands.
Adams trying to get busy on the alpha to give it off. Vasiljevic. This is out. Sydney ball.
They just seem to want it more, don't they? They just seem to, they got a hand on every loose ball. They're getting to where they want to get to. They're getting off shots. They're too comfortable.
These are good minutes from Vodanovic as well. Holding his own defensively, knocking down the three-point look, and then there just making a nuisance of himself on the offensive glass.
Adams for Martin. Oh! Big stuff.
That's nice.
He had to go and find that one.
He had to go get it.
He's the game's leading scorer with 23. The Kings coming up big late. So is Xavier Munford.
Where was this in the third quarter? But he needs to continue. He needs to get Creek involved.
Munford has 21. Martin, the game's leading scorer, with 23. 5 points the difference. There's a whistle. The bucket will be waved away.
It's a big whistle. Here's Jalen Adams. Perfect setup here. Martin goes and gets it with the one hand. That combination. Wow. Having some fun above the rim. And then that was a big whistle. Vodanovic called for the foul as he rolled to the rim, and the Vasiljevic three cancelled.
Nothing but net.
He's already made a couple of them, DJ. Here he is on the move again. Nice feed for Vodanovic, and one.
Took a big hit.
It's a hard landing.
Strong finish through the contact.
He's a big boy, too, for him to go down like that.
Phoenix feel like he fended off with his left arm.
Ow.
Ashley got underneath that shoulder, gave him a bit of a ride. Ouch.
It's going to take all of the air out of your lungs.
He's got that extra little bit of airtime up to the head.
He looks to be okay.
One tough cookie.
He is a tough bugger, Tom Vodanovic.
No training for me for the next 3 days, but I can play on the weekend.
I'll be right for next Saturday, Coach, against Perth. In Perth as well, that game.
What a game.
If they can get through tonight, Sydney, and go to RAC 13-7, well, it's already a massive game, but huge. Munford. This is out for Vodanovic. Tips it to the advantage of Clark. He's Maker getting ready to check back in. Munford almost came up with it. Clark isolates Creek. That's not it.
Tough shot. Excellent individual defense.
Here's Adam. If the pick and rolls at Ashley. The wedgie.
Shout out the No Dunks crew. Across the Pacific. Lee Ellison coat.
Yeah.
Jack, at the start of the quarter, you called it a gut check moment for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. Well, that 3-point lead for Sydney's turned into an 8-point one right now. So some queasy feelings for the Phoenix fans in the stands and watching on at home.
If they lose tonight, Liam, where do they go from here? How do they get back on track? You know, how many games do they need to win to make it in the top four?
The next three are very winnable. Right, the next three is Cairns and Adelaide combined. Right, so 2 against Cairns, 1 against Adelaide.
Both away.
So both away.
All three away.
All three away.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's no easy win in the NBL, but they're two teams that aren't going to be making the playoffs, and you should be able to get that done if you're a genuine contender. But these ones are double points games.
Yes.
Huge win from Illawarra earlier today, and this one for the Kings will be massive for them if they can get it. and really hurt the Phoenix.
After those three, one more throwdown against Melbourne in round 19. Up it goes. Adams the setup for Maker. This has been a big fourth quarter from the Kings.
Well, he's having all kinds of fun out there. Jalen Adams right now. We know he can score, but the passes he's throwing, playmaking off these ball screens. And he just keeps finding his guys over the top as he punishes the help.
He's just toying with them. He looks like a guy who doesn't belong in this league. Like he probably should be in the NBA.
He can stay, though, if he wants.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of fun when he's out there. Liafa with a hand in the face.
Wow. That's what we're talking about with Liafa. You don't want to knock his confidence. He's a big shot big shot taker, and he can be a big shot maker. On display right there.
Back to 5. Clark's pass for Maker a bit ambitious. Creek wants to back all the way in. Likes that little right-handed push. 5 unanswered points from the Phoenix. It's back to 3.
And all of a sudden, we got it in.
15 apiece in this fourth quarter.
You hear Creek telling his squad there, we're in the bonus. That's 4 personals on Sydney. They picked up their 4th one not that long ago, so trying to remind his guys to stay aggressive.
Joe Chi not out there at the moment. Earlier tonight, 26-point win by the Illawarra Hawks over Tasmania. Bottom of the net for Ian Clark. He can shoot.
Just seems like every time they make a run, Sydney just pull them back in.
Back out to 6. Adnam from the elbow. Likes it there.
No basket.
That's his shot. Carl Adnam, you spoke about it, Coach. He's low on confidence right now. 0 for 5 from the field. And
that's generally guaranteed. That shot was a guaranteed shot for him.
Simon Mitchell can sense it. Calls Adnam over for a little bit of a chat.
You got Mumford, Adnam, and the upper end.
So the Coolmaker just fouls out. Chase Buford with the little quasi timeout. Phoenix guys trying to crawl on in. Good minutes from Maker. 11 points, 3 boards. Battling out there.
Missed the best part of 3 months this season due to injury, so he's still
tell me. I told you, come on, you can help me.
pretty much working his way back in.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to hedge that shit. We got it.
Chase Buford and Mitch Creek just having a friendly little chat. Certainly a little friendlier than Cleveland and Roth in the first game. Just about come to blows, those two. As Liam said earlier, the Phoenix have not come from behind at three-quarter time to win once this season. They'll have to buck the trend. That opens the door for them. Munford dribbles through.
Ah, that's tough.
Single-handedly strapping this team to his shoulders.
Huge play from Mumford off the bounce there. Wani Swakala-Bullock just took a little gamble. Watch Swakala-Bullock reach for it here. You reach, I teach. Keeps his on his back, sticks the floater and one.
Did not have a field goal attempt in the third quarter.
And explain that to me. Why?
I can't.
Chases like, I don't care. You can listen. We're getting a bucket.
He's having a bit of fun.
And Creek comes out to explain to his boys what's going to happen.
Hey, boys, hey, boys.
They're giving it to Jalen Adams. Surprise, surprise.
Month well short on the extra. Martin runs the floor. Blocking foul on Ashley. That will be his night done. Unless Simon Mitchell challenges the call.
Simon.
Don't do it.
Don't get the check here.
Unfortunately for Brandon Ashley, it's another game where he fouls out.
Played well, though. Brandon Ashley, 13 points, 7 boards, 6 offensive. And they outscored the Kings by 10 points during his 13 minutes on the floor. Really effective. But to your point, though, Jack, that's why they needed him to stay out there.
Yeah.
Big decision there from Simon Mitchell. Did not turn to Joe Chi. Wants the more agile Dane Pinot out there for those ball screen coverages.
2-point game. Kings to inbound. A little under 3 minutes remaining. Vodanovic back on the floor. Kings caught over one side of the court. Vodanovic takes it hard and scores.
What a drive.
Know your role, play your role. Tom Vodanovic doing exactly that.
And they had the mismatch inside.
Munford, huge!
Well, talk about know your role. That's what the Phoenix need from Xavier Mumford. They had trouble closing out games and executing down the stretch. He's coming up big.
The game's leading scorer with 26. Pinot's hands were good. Couldn't quite come up with it.
That's what he does.
And that's why he's out there instead of Joe Chi, so he can be at the line of the screen and have an impact.
That's exactly right.
11 on the shot clock for Sydney. Looking for their 4th win on the road this season. They've been superb at home, 9-3 at the Q. This would be a big scalp for them. Clark's pass, batted down. Caught a foot.
No time on the clock. He kicked.
Great hands from Dane Pinot. Called on by his coach with this. Oh, geez, I'm about to say the season on the line. Almost at that point. And look at the hands here. Comes across to help to take away the lane. Opens up the pass to his man, but puts out the fire.
Just checking the clock. 0.4 has been added. Adams threw it.
No pushing it back there.
Martin might have got a push. Creek got away with it. Liafa misses to give the Phoenix the lead. We tick up to 90 seconds remaining. Sydney by 1. Vodanovic all alone. He can't make it stick. Pinot with the rebound.
Big rebound by Dane Pinot.
And the Phoenix once again playing for the lead. Creek can't bank it home. And then a foul.
It's the 4th personal, the 4th team foul, sorry, on the Phoenix. Not going to send the Kings to the line. Both teams, really good looks.
Really good looks.
Liafa open, Vodanovic open, Creek in one of his preferred spots. The floater off the glass.
He wants his shooters out there. Vasiljevic back in. Smarka Labulik sits down. Xavier Munford had 27 on debut here in the Hungry Jacks NBL against the Breakers. He has 26 tonight. offer all up and in on Vasiljevic. Oh, just got it beyond halfway in the 8 seconds. Shot clock down to 7. Still a long way from the cup. Has to fire. Loose ball is belonging to the Phoenix.
They needed to get something better there, the Kings. Yes, he doesn't lack confidence. Yes, we know he can make plays, but see if he can knock down shots. But that ball didn't touch anybody else's hands. Credit Liafa, credit Pinot. Good defensive effort. We're just going to have another look at that. See if Mumford hits it on its way out.
As is their right in the last 2 minutes, the officials. It's an early taste of what the playoffs are going to look like here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. And it tastes good.
And it's something to be excited about. I love when it's two teams chasing to get into 4. So they're fighting for their lives.
Phoenix in possession, down 1. Full 24 seconds to work with. This trip down the floor. Adnam almost left the spot. And Creek with his back to the basket. Guarded by Adams. Shot clock at 5. Burrows in. Misses. Pinot can't drag in the offensive rebound. Shot clock 3 seconds inside the game clock. The Kings absorb all the time.
Smart.
Adams down to 6. The double team comes. Adams, the little runner, misses out. Jarrell Martin comes up with it. He's fouled. Sydney are going to pitch this.
Oh my.
Wow.
That is heads up, high basketball IQ stuff from Jalen Adams. He saw the differential, could read they weren't going to foul, and he ran it down to the final buzzer of that shot clock. Didn't matter, it wasn't a good shot.
Didn't matter that it didn't go in. That's right, he ran it down.
And then Martin with the offensive board. Game-winning stuff from the Kings.
Did he make or miss this?
Miss.
Was it the right call not to foul?
No. No, wasn't a not big enough differential. Make the first, miss the second.
Yep.
Game over.
That wasn't part of the plan. Martin to ice the game. Makes it.
They don't have a time. Oh, they do. He needed to miss that.
Did he try to?
Did he give it a little extra push?
I think you look back and perhaps someone said make it. I don't know.
Oh my. So the Phoenix can advance it. That's enough time for a catch and shoot. You leave the door. It's not likely.
Yeah, but you still give them a chance.
So how do they draw this up?
Mumford.
All day. You live and die with him.
Now it's all about the action you run away from the ball, the screens that you run him off. Now, the other option that Simon Mitchell does have, if he wants to go to it, Dane Pinot's been excellent defensively, helping out, is that second shot from Martin. Did he try to miss that? Give it a little... Yeah, I think he did.
He tried to miss it. Yeah.
He wanted it off the back of the rim. The other option you have is to turn to Joe Chi and lob it up to the big fella near the rim. If you can gain an advantage down low.
It's going to have to be something special now. Chi into the game.
He's in the game.
So, geez, you wonder if the Kings have just called another timeout there. The Kings responded. when they saw Cheek walking out, Chase Buford's called for time.
What drama.
Okay, so that extra timeout wasn't from the Kings, from the Phoenix. So the Phoenix are out of timeouts now. Fair enough. Don't need to keep one up your sleeve.
Sydney cannot foul. That's the other thing. Both teams in the bonus. They cannot afford to foul.
What a game. Oh.
This is when you need Josh Giddey to throw that thing in from the sideline, because the pass is important here to create a scoring opportunity. Potentially Mumford on the arc, or catch and shoot. Or
whatever you do, don't foul. Whatever you do, don't foul.
Phoenix advance the ball. The captain to inbound.
Switching everything.
0.8 to work with.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, but we need to make sure we get it all right before we throw you into the timeout.
Well,
that is extraordinary.
Then you can go into the timeout.
That's the play they ran late on Thursday night against Illawarra. Cam Glidden turned down a three-point look. Then here they just throw it straight out of bounds.
Let's have another look. Oh.
Looked almost like Adnam regretted that pass as he was throwing it. And he
Tried to get
almost
it back.
tugged back at it. And it flew out of bounds.
It was going to have to take something remarkable, but that's the furthest thing from what they were hoping for.
So that's 4 losses in a row. If this is over, 4 in a row?
It is. And for Sydney, that'll be 8 wins in a row.
Wow.
This is some sort of tear that they're on right now.
2 of those, the last 2, without Xavier Cooks.
Yep.
All NBL type of guy. That's really impressive stuff.
That's a statement.
Both of them on the road.
Yeah.
And for the Phoenix, all 4 of those against other playoff contenders, Illawarra, Melbourne, and Sydney. They are double points losses at the worst time of the season.
Kings just need to inbound safely. Phoenix will try and foul as soon as the Kings take possession. And that is the game. 8 wins in a row for the Sydney Kings. They are one of the hottest teams in the competition right now. And all roads lead to RAC Arena for the Kings next week against the Wildcats.
Big time win from Sydney. On the road, undermanned, all kinds of guys stepping up. And the footlocker player of the game, Jarrell Martin, huge. 2 boards off a big double-double. 24 points, 10 of 13.
2 alley-oops.
Getting above the rim. Hottest team in the league just keeps getting hotter.
Amazing. Amazing game. Wow.
It was close from start to finish. They're the masters of the close games, Sydney. They are now undefeated in games decided by 6 points or less. We're back to wrap it up on the other side of this.
They've done it again, the Sydney Kings. They're undefeated this season when they score 90 or more in a game. This was a hard-fought victory for them, but it's 8 in a row. They win it 91-89.
And they did it in impressive style, the Kings, didn't they? A whole bunch of guys stepping up. I really like the game of Jalen Adams tonight. Didn't light it up at 15 points, 8 assists, got his teammates going. Bogdanovic stepped up, and Jalen Adams just setting guys up above the rim. Huge game from Jarrell Martin. And the Phoenix on the flip side, Copes, couldn't come up with the big plays down the stretch.
They couldn't. They were brave. Mumford played fantastic basketball the first half. I don't know why he wouldn't take any shots in that third quarter, but he got himself going in the fourth with 26 points. Creek was brave, 5 rebounds. But you're right. Martin was just too tough, and Adams just runs the court, man. He's a coach on the floor.
And Liam, your point is a good one about Xavier Cooks. This is 2 wins in a row now without one of the best players in the competition. That's huge.
Yeah, and it's next man up sort of mentality, right? Makua Maker, key minutes as the starter. Bogdanovic was really big in that role tonight as well. So Chase Buford would be just wrapped with his team getting over the line in this one.
Here's the Amy ladder. It looks good for Sydney Kings fans, and a reminder that your next game is Saturday at RAC Arena against the Wildcats. We'll see Perth in action tomorrow at home, but Sydney are making a big run at this thing now.
Big time. They're rolling. Equal best win streak of the season. Melbourne United had an 8-game streak early. Kings 8 games and counting right now and getting very comfortable inside that top 4.
And meanwhile, Southeast Melbourne Phoenix, they've got a very real problem. Triple header tomorrow on Sunday Hoops. We start with Melbourne versus Adelaide in the multicultural game at John Cain Arena. The Bullets and the Taipans, and then the last game of the day will be an emotional one. The Wildcats back at home.
Perth back at home, 9 games in a row. Look out for whoever's going to Perth.
Good luck, Breakers. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. It's been a great night here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. We'll see you tomorrow. Until then, stay safe.
It's game time and I'm up one. Name something I ain't done. Name a body that's my type. Air Jordan, I'll take flight. I'm next level, I'm franchise. I'm top tier, I'm that guy. I'm the man of the year. I'm a man with no fear. I think like I'm a shark. The way I move so sharp. I go hard for the team. That's how I play my part. I'm solid like the foundation. I'm dedicated to greatness. I always knew I would win. Now let the cannons begin. I'm never off my grind. I'm always on time.
This program is brought to you by Hungry Jacks and Bunnings Trade.